Dear students, in this unit, we will talk about another important aspect of Darwin's theory of evolution, and that important aspect is descent with modification, which means that those characteristics which make an organism best suited to its environment are transferred successfully to the resultant offsprings and make them survive better in a certain environment than the other organisms. Now, Darwin and Wallace reasoned that offsprings with inherited characteristics which allow them to best compete for limited resources will survive and have more offsprings than those organisms which have variations that are less helping to those organisms to compete in a certain environment. As these characteristics are inherited, these traits will be better represented in the next generations to come. Now, this will lead to change in the population over generations in a process that Darwin's called descent with modification. Ultimately, natural selection will lead to a greater adaptation of those populations to its local environment, which are best suited with the desired characteristics. It is the only mechanism known for the adaptive evolution. Now, the phrase descent with the modification summarizes Darwin's perception of the unity of life. The phrase referred to the view that all organisms are related through descent from a common ancestor that lived in the remote past. In the Darwin view, the history of life is like a tree with the branches represent diversity in life. Now, the descent with modification has certain examples here. Beetle is the best suited example of this important aspect of Darwin's theory of evolution. Beetles are the arthropods, and as you can see in the first diagram, the beetle population, say 90% of the beetle population have genes for bright green color, and you can see very less population which have the genes that makes them looks more brown. Now, there was a time that there was more greenery in the environment, so the beetles with the bright green color, they were successfully adapted to that environment. It would help them in the camouflage or in hiding behind those trees leaves successfully and best adapt to that environment. But as with the process of the rapid industrialization, there is less and less trees. As a result, you can see that the population of beetle with brown color that increased, and because there was a change in the greenery, so those beetles with bright green color, they become less with the changing environment. So this is a very fine example of descent with modification, which shows that there was a time when green beetle were most suited to the environment, so their population had a great increase. But as there was a change in the environment and there was less trees and more industries and smokes, and there was it gave the chance to the brown beetle population to best explore and to best adapt to the new environment. So they became successful and the bright green population reduced. So this is the example which best describe the descent with modification.